Welcome back to the channel, guys.
Today, we're messing with Chris's stuff.
Yep. I finally got Dave over here to help me with this.
Because it is messed up.
Yep. So this actually, though, I got it for $2,000. It's got a spun bearing. The guy said some idiot tried to drift it and hit the back into something, so it had a bent crash bar, the back bumper was pushed in and stuff, but it wasn't too bad. But Dave is really good at, removing spot welds and welding new things back on, I heard.
Chris told us spot welds though, so
Yeah, I did. I drilled spot welds before he came here, so.
But we're gonna give it the good old truck yoink, because the normal yoinks with the I've been doing on the Durango haven't been working, so.
Yeah, the funny thing is I actually took this to a frame shop and had them move it. This frame rail right here was kind of pushed in. They moved it, ended up, I don't think that this buckle was here before.
And now nothing lines up.
And now, yeah, I think it lines up worse than before. So you can see right here on the trunk, whereas this line is actually pretty good. So we put that, what is that piece called anyway?
That's the rear apron.
The rear apron. So we put the rear apron on, and when it's lined up on that bolt over there, it is a little bit off here. So I think if we just push this probably like
and I feel like this
quarter
is
to half an inch.
Kind of like turn like this a little bit.
Yeah.
So I think if we pull it that way perfectly straight with the truck, it should.
Pull off this side.
Yeah.
Then it should just come out a little and
so we got this
seat
rail bracket we're going to drill holes in, and then just pretty much use this as kind of a hook. And then I'll have 2 points of location.
That's our frame machine today.
And we got the F350 frame machine.
Yep.
It worked really good. A brake boost on the G35, but that frame rail was like 90 degrees. So.
Yeah. I think if we do that on this, you might just
probably just rip the whole side
pull
of the car off.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, let's drill a hole in this and bolt it on, and hopefully pull this thing straight. The seat bracket bolted on to the BRZ. Is this a BRZ or an FRS?
FRS.
I don't think it really matters, but got it bolted on. Has this little hook. Gonna put a strap through it, hook it to the back of my truck, and it's bolted on with 2 of the bolts for this rear crash bar. So should be able to pull it over enough. You can see that it isn't really straight compared to the other one. It's going this way right there. That other one's pretty much going straight.
Yeah, we should put it on the outside just to see, but.
And yeah, we should be able to pull this thing straight. Hopefully there isn't any more buckles though caused from this, but we should be all right. Just need to push this over. I think this actually needs to go up some. I think that guy kind of moved it down when he did wherever he did. So let's get this pulled first. Oh, body shop.
Right.
Come to you. Come with my truck and just yoink on this shit.
Mobile frame repair. How you guys doing? Oh yeah, that just moved easily. Yeah, and there's nothing good to like use a ram jack or anything.
Yeah, that's almost close to the other side now. It's pretty close.
Yeah. It's gonna have a big wang on it anyway.
What do you think?
Yeah, that's good.
Looks almost like,
it's way better than before.
Almost looks like that side. I mean, it still needs to come over a little bit, but. It's down. There you go. Oh, that lines up better down too.
That lines up way better up there.
Yeah.
That part was pretty screwed up anyway before.
Yeah, I just need some.
So I figured,
do you have any vice strips?
Yeah.
Gave it a few good yoinks with the F350, and as you can see now on both sides, the gap for the trunk is pretty much where it is from the factory. It's probably the trunk probably needs to come over a little bit to this side, but other than that, it doesn't sit way lower because this was down pretty much probably a 1/4 inch before when you line the trunk up on that side, and now they're even, which is nice. And then this piece is back on there, it lines up. All it needs to be done is it needs to be spot welded. So we're gonna grab some clamps and pretty much just clamp all this down and weld this piece back on. And then pretty much from there, it really just needs to get painted. It doesn't even really need to be painted because it's behind the bumper and the crash bar, but painted. And then there's some seam sealer back here that needs to be redone. But besides that, it'll be ready to go. And the engine is the little boxer engine, but it's blown up, so it needs a swap or something like an LS. So Chris has an LS, but he's
it's an LT.
Oh, an LT
Gen 5 motor.
Yeah,
It's right there.
Gen 5. So he's thinking about.
Oh, I'm not thinking about it. It's getting a 10-speed and a.
Well, you said you're thinking about the tranny.
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm gonna do. Is
So he has this on this really sketchy engine stand, which looks like it's gonna fall off. I don't know why this why is it all yellow?
Oh, those are the showing you the peaks and stuff. You could turn that off.
Oh, that's kind of weird. But yeah, so it's direct injected, right, Chris?
Yep.
Direct injected, but you can convert them to port injection. And yeah, look at this stand. It's like ready to fall off that thing. But
It's doing great.
Chris, you already ordered the subframes coming,
The
right?
subframe's coming. Yeah, it's just gonna be a tubular subframe for that motor. The LT mounts are a little bit different than LS. So.
Yeah, so we'll pretty much, I don't know, he'll be messing with that. And then we're gonna run over to the junkyard and grab some stuff.
Get some vice grips.
Because you're excited, right?
I am excited, man. It's been I've had this thing sitting here for a year, and I told Dave I would help him with his projects. All he had to do was help me with this one car.
2 cars.
Oh yeah, and that
car.
Spark too. That's the go-kart.
Yeah. Put some mud tires on it.
It's got Blizzaks on it already.
Lift it.
Yeah, let's do it. A little low still. Was that as high as it can go?
Try to move it some more. Still low. The gap's pretty good. I think the trunk can probably come over just a little bit that way.
Yeah. Yeah, the gap's just a little bit less on this side, but we can do that with the trunk.
Actually,
It's just this one right here.
they're probably about the same. Well, I think we're looking at it at different angles. So if you look at this one from that angle, it's the same. And it's nice and lined up. Look at that, Chris.
Oh, just, an hour of Dave coming over.
Close, latch, now we just need to weld it. Ready to go.
Yeah.
Need to weld.
It's starting to look like a better deal already.
Yeah.
You heard it running too. It's really not. It's just a.
It just knocks when you first start it.
Yeah. And when you rev it up a little bit.
Got me. The rear apron is now plug welded in and everything lines up. So the trunk closes nicely, and also remember to stick in pieces like this that space out the trunk. These bumpers go onto there. Sometimes it's on the metal, sometimes it's on a piece of plastic, and then there's clips that go into this. You want to make sure that all that stuff's in there, because if you don't, this could have been too low, but now it looks pretty good. What do you think, Chris?
It looks great.
You've been waiting to do this for like
A year.
year.
Yeah.
Or more.
Yeah, I mean, I got it probably a year and a half ago, something like that.
Yeah, so now it's done. You need to get some paint and bumper support. And he has a bumper up there on that white car over there. And then,
Then you're gonna do some painting, maybe.
ooh, I don't know. I thought you were
I
gonna.
know how you love that.
I thought you were gonna wide body it.
Yeah, we'll get wide body too. Maybe I'll just wrap it. I don't know yet.
Wrap it. You can spend $5,000 on a wrap.
No, I'll buy the vinyl and wrap it myself.
So yeah,
And it's gonna be a track car, so paint doesn't matter that much, you know.
yeah.
If it's something easy to make it look nice, then sure.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm sure it's gonna get abused.
Yeah, and then pretty much just need to get it off the jack stands, and you're gonna put that LS in over there eventually. But this FA20 there, FA20, right?
Yeah.
Has a startup rod knock, but it goes
Yeah.
away when
It does it at startup and at like 3,000, but if you go drive it,
It knocks.
It eventually starts knocking.
Oh,
It
okay.
starts running rough and everything.
So that'll be down in the future.
Yeah.
The
And I've got
LS.
another blown up one right there too.
Yeah, you've had many.
That
blown
one
up
has
ones.
a rod through the
See,
top.
so this is where you go. You blow one up, you get another one, it blows up, and then you put an LS in it,
Yeah, exactly.
or a
LT
LT. Well, that's an LT, or you put a
or a K swap.
K swap.
they're-
Yeah,
But like a K swap's the same price pretty much. So
yeah, makes less power.
yeah, it makes less power unless you turbo it, but it's going to be a road race car, so
Yeah.
I'd rather not turbo anything.
So pretty much gonna end the video here. We have this thing pretty much ready to go. I mean,
Yeah.
it just needs probably put some spot primer on the weld so they don't rust while it's sitting outside.
You got to do the seam sealer.
And the seam sealer, I was gonna get a Milwaukee seam seal gun, but not Harbor Freight.
Home
Why
Depot.
I keep saying Harbor Freight? They're all the
I don't
same.
know.
Home Depot didn't have it in stock. They had the M12, but I'm looking for the M18, so I ordered it on Amazon, and it's primed, so it should be here tomorrow or the next day or something like that. So
Yeah, you can see where the seam sealer is.
yeah, the seam sealer pretty much just goes, probably do it on the outside too, just go over that. And then on the inside in here, and it just fills in, not really fills in that gap, but makes it so moisture can't get into the trunk. And if you do it on both sides, then it makes it so the moisture can't get in between the panels. So that's how a lot of Dodge cars are. I don't think there wasn't any seam sealer on the outside of this, was there?
No.
Yeah, so
Well, maybe just barely right here, I think, but
yeah, because it looks like there should be, because it has that little
yeah,
lip.
like along the side, you could see that there was a little bit.
So yeah, that'll be getting done. But used Chris's MIG welder. It's a MIG TIG. It worked pretty good.
Yeah,
So
yeah. I mean, at the time, it was pretty good for the price and stuff, and doesn't do AC TIG, so it can't do aluminum.
yeah,
But,
that's unfortunate.
yeah, But for everything else, it works fine.
So I'm gonna end the video here, and Chris has a car that's not wrecked anymore, and we'll pretty much just maybe be doing some more stuff to this BRZ or FRS or whatever the hell it is.
Yeah.
And as always, if you like these videos, make sure you click the subscribe button, thumbs up, comment below. See you guys next time.